It's time for one of India's biggest jewelry buying festival. It's Akshaya Tritiya, and we are looking at, it's believed to be an auspicious day for new investments. Many Indians flock to jewelry stores to buy gold, silver or diamonds during this time. The sellers offer attractive discounts, but this Akshaya Tritiya, you are dealing with all-time high prices and expectation that the demand is expected to remain subdued. That may be because the prices have risen to an all-time highs, and we have seen prices gain about 20% in past year and have hit an all-time high in the month of March. So should you be adding gold to your portfolio or not? And what kind of returns can you expect? To discuss this, I am now joined by Mr. Chetan Mehta. He's Chief Managing Director at Laxmi Diamonds. Dileep Narayanan is Head of Bullion and Treasury at Malabar Group. Suvankar is Executive Director at Senco Gold and Diamonds. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for joining us. And what a start to the year, where we have seen all-time highs come in for the gold prices. And when you turn back and look at last 1 year, across asset classes, gold clearly has been the best performer with 20% gains. Equities, currencies, bonds, securities, nothing is close by also to that 20% of gains that we have seen in case of gold. But with the higher prices comes a bit of a pain in sense of buying perhaps, and this Akshaya Tritiya is not accompanied by wedding season also. So a bit of a pain or a pinch is what we've seen jewelers reporting to us. So Suvankar, the first question is to you. What is your sense? How is this Akshaya Tritiya looking like?
Yeah, there are two ways of, the way we are looking at the market. One is that the consumer is very happy that the price of gold is going up. It is this drastic increase in a very short period of time that gives them a little bit of a pain, because in their minds, it takes time for them to adjust to the new prices. But deep in their mind, if say they buy a 20 grams of gold or a 10 grams of gold, they already have maybe 100 grams of gold in their locker or the gold jewelry that they are wearing, and the asset price of that gold that they have already bought has gone up. So it's actually giving them a reason to believe in gold more. And that is where we feel that, yes, maybe here with the sudden increase in price, the budget of the consumer doesn't go up. So we are looking at volumes not having that much of a growth. There would be cases in which the volumes in certain stores might go down. Value-wise, we still believe, and we are very optimistic that at least we should have high single digit and a low double digit growth, because footfalls are there. Consumers are taking time. They have been saving, through monthly installment schemes. Our team is calling them up and they are saying, yes, we will surely come on the auspicious day. So it is very positive and optimistic. But yes, the budget, the money in the hands of the consumer is limited. That is how we are looking and balancing it out.
Well, absolutely. I mean, this is a day when it's more important to have a token sales done or token buying done than anything else. And that perhaps is what we would be looking at this time as well. And a very valid point put that the volume perhaps may decline, but the value-wise sales will continue to be on the higher side, because last year the gold prices were trading at 50,000 rupees. They're trading at 62,000 rupees today. So there is a big jump that we've seen in the last 1 year. And as you said, yes, it's a validation for all those jewelry and gold buyers in last Akshaya Tritiya on what kind of gains you can actually be looking at. Chetan, this one is to you. And while, of course, the gold buying is one part of it, people do buy jewelry. A lot of youngsters, even elite, do buy diamonds. And there's a whole new world which is buying lab-grown diamonds as well.
Yeah, Manisha ji, good evening. It's a very nice question, but I would tell you, diamond have been always loved by everyone. And today you can see the growth of diamond jewelry. It has increased 200-300% every year. And lab-grown, people like millennials all like lab-grown diamonds and diamond jewelry, of course. And this Akshaya Tritiya lab-grown, this natural diamond growth has been massively gone up. And I can see even middle class or upper middle class, low middle class, everyone want to buy a diamond jewelry. I think it's a very great start it have been, and I see the diamond jewelry will be growing year by year on.
Dileep, what is your sense? And you've been opening newer stores. You have big plans going forward for the year as well. But during Akshaya Tritiya, what is the trends that you're witnessing? What would you advise buyers to do at this point?
Thank you, Manisha, for calling me up for this auspicious day. As Mr. Suvankar rightly mentioned, the value of gold has gone up year over year, and of course the clients who are planning to buy big numbers have reduced their plans, and they might end up buying a smaller quantity. But appreciation is definitely is there in gold year over year. That's a positive about it. And as I was mentioning to someone early in the morning discussions that we see the trend moving towards I mean, a positive trends for the last 4 to 5 days with the numbers which we are seeing in our retail stores also, that people are buying, are getting more into the buying pattern. And even in the market, the discounts are reduced. I mean, I'm talking about the bullion purchase to buy the raw gold purchase to buy jewelry. All those discounts are also shrinking a little bit. So I feel that there is a positive movement towards the day when Akshaya Tritiya is going to be there.
All right, a lot of positive vibes coming in. People have started thronging and calling and finding out on what kind of jewelry and what kind of prices there perhaps are available. Chetan, this one is to you. So as you said, there's a big trend and almost everything is getting bought into right now. As a jeweler, as an industry, what is it that you are ensuring, pitching yourself, pushing yourself out there? Is it about new designs? Is it about newer launches? Is it about schemes, offers? What are you offering?
Like we always see that it is like, a jeweler is planning, like when we make a wedding for our daughter, we make sure we prepare for a year, and all jeweler prepare for Akshaya Tritiya like a daughter wedding. And they always try to make a new designs, new concepts, and we make a bridal collection. This is a very special, auspicious day. So we try to make a bridal collection in a new type design where, we can, like, there is a lot of, with the mix and match of gold, diamonds, polki, uncut, and nakashi. We make all mixed together jewelry and we make new designs. And the concept today, I think all people like the concept, where before there was like tradition design moving. Now today the tradition is into trend. So now now people, all traditional jewelry they want to wear as a trend now. It's a trendsetter now. So in that way, we are mixing match with the trend and the contemporary designs, and we are making together, the lovely mixture, and people are liking to wear and, make this jewelry to happen in a bigger way.
Oh, absolutely. And even as the wedding season begins in June and July, I'm assuming that since the prices are expected to go higher from here and it's an auspicious day, people might just want to step out and buy it during this time itself. So that's a big positive, of course, coming in there. So, Suvankar, what would you advise a buyer right now, with the prices going higher, with the whole idea that as the government was pushing towards financialization of gold and then came off the tax benefits, indexation benefits, etc., and a lot of people are now talking about getting back into physical gold. Do you think this is the right choice to go for?
I have started working from year 2007, 2008. That was the beginning of the financial crisis. I have seen that when I had joined work, gold prices were at, I would say, 5,000 rupees, only. Today it is at 60,000 rupees. So we're from 5,000 to 7,000 to 10,000 to 15 to 22 to 30. You can imagine that the prices, has gone up so much, right? So my advice to the buyers would be, the new generation buyers are here. The seniors have already seen the price rise over so many generations. So the point is that keep buying. Buy now. The gold might come down a little bit, 5-10% here and there. If you have the money, then buy again. Because over a long period of time, gold will always act as your friend. So this will be my advice. It's an auspicious day. There is so much Indian culture and tradition associated with it. If you have money to buy for 50,000 worth, buy that. If you have 5 lakhs, buy that. But you must keep buying, because that is the way you can do your planned savings, and it will be a great asset creation as well. And as far as diamonds is concerned, what Chetanji said, that because of the price rise, the young generation is now seeing that 14 karat, 18 karat gold with which the diamond jewelries are made is becoming more affordable. The middle class Indians with so much aspiration and so much expectation of getting out of life, they can also see that I can buy a diamond jewelry for the everyday wear. And that is how we are seeing a growth in diamond jewelry as well. So it's just, the product is great. People should just keep buying.
Oh, well, yes, you would say that people should buy, and people who have bought gold clearly had nothing to lament about. I mean, the prices have gone up, and how, and not just gold, but for diamond and all kind of other precious stones as well. Dileep, have you seen any competition come in from ETFs and coins and bars and sovereign gold bonds and digital gold, etc.?
Manisha, yes, there is requirement, there is demand for ETF, there is demand for the coins and bars. Especially when it comes to occasions like Akshaya Tritiya, there are investment bars which goes very well in the jewelry shops. But as compared to what a jewelry sale is, I don't think so. It could ever match up with ETF or any other investment per se. Even that, for that matter, even the digital gold, which we've been seeing for the last 4 to 5 years. But when you compare that with the physical jewelry sale, it has always been the physical jewelry gold sale has always been up, and especially in Akshaya Tritiya. In Akshaya Tritiya, there are certain stores which do outperform well in terms of coins and bars. But overall, if you see, there is definitely a demand for the gold jewelry.
All right. So, well, yes, physical buying, that's a trend in India, and that hasn't changed, even as we've seen so many newer instruments come into the market there. But this is a question I want to ask to each one of you. And Suvankar, I'll start with you first. When you see walk-in customers, when you see this token buying, when you see jewelry buying on an occasion like an Akshaya Tritiya, what sells the most?
So there are two things that we are seeing right now. One is that in the month of May, June, July, there are weddings that are going to happen in a few parts of the country. So in those parts of the country, for the summer weddings, we can see that the consumers are in a little bit of a worry that what if the gold prices goes up further? There are so much global uncertainties, and the wedding packages are happening. I would say that is about 20 to 30% of your consumers. The remaining 60-70% of the consumers that are buying, their budget is between the range of 50,000 to 1.5 lakhs. So it could be bangles, it could be earrings, it could be nice sleek chain with pendants or necklaces for the everyday wear. So that is the token buying that is happening, like the way in Dhanteras or Akshaya Tritiya, an auspicious product for the use. But the daily wear usage is becoming more important. People want to buy things which they can wear, and that is coming in trend, be it in gold or diamonds and platinum as well. So this is what we are looking
at. Almost everything is getting bought. But if there was one thing, Dileep, what is getting sold the most? Is it a ring? Is it studs? Is it what is it that people are buying?
Well, it depends, Manisha. It depends upon the people's budget, right? So in place like Kerala, because Malabar has major presence in Kerala too. There you would find, as Mr. Suvankar was rightly mentioning, there is also the wedding season which is on. So where they buy the entire wedding set, and when you move towards the western side and events like Akshaya Tritiya, you find more of rings and bangles and or a pendant being bought. It all depends upon the budget. But yes, for the wedding crowd is different as compared to what the small jewelry purchase has been done.
Absolutely. Let's not forget the geography here, because South, of course, will continue to be always a big buyer. And then, of course, comes West India, North India too. But everybody have their very different preferences when it comes to gold buying. With that, we'll go for a short break. But before that, here's what Akshaya Tritiya means for entrepreneur Upasana Kamineni. We'll be back in a moment.
There are few occasions that we definitely buy jewelry. One is Akshaya Tritiya, the other one is Dhanteras. And for Laxmi Vratam, I always expect something for my husband.
Welcome back. You're watching our Akshaya Tritiya special, and the gold prices clearly have been making headlines in this year. In the last 12 months, we've seen such strong gains come in for the prices that most people who haven't had gold in their portfolio clearly can be heard lamenting on the kind of loss that they have created on their portfolios there. But Chetan, this one is to you, and I asked the question to Dileep and Suvankar as well on what sells the most. But from where you are, what do you think is being bought right now? What are the trends right now? What is the kind of ticket size that investors are looking at?
To tell you frankly, I think today the common thing is a ring and stud is more commonly sold to all the generations, and that is a common affordable to everyone. So today everyone want to buy a diamond stud and a diamond ring. That is a common no spin, diamond no spin. These three things are very common. First, anybody want to in the store, they want to buy this, and this makes very good impact. And after that, the luxury big jewelries, wedding jewelries, bridal jewelries, all that comes that. So I think this jewelry is most selling in our country.
And Chetan, what about the online buying? Because most of you now have online presence as well. Does browsing happen and then people walk in? How is that being worked on?
I think online is always. I think it is a different part. It is a different thing that to see the physical jewelry and to see online. The smaller products are selling more when it comes to the bigger product, because the smaller product can be bought online, but bigger product you need to feel and you have to see the jewelry. So I think in a smaller products I see it's a good sale online, but for the big ticket of sizes of jewelry we need to go to the store and buy it, and everyone does
absolutely. Yeah, nothing beats wearing it, trying it, and perhaps haggling about the making charges as well and then buying it. I mean, that is something that all of us have done at one point or other. But this is a question I want to ask each one of you, and I'll start with you, Chetan. So from where we are and where the gold prices are with Akshaya Tritiya on, what is that best foot that you are putting forward from here? For you as a person, how is the next year being planned?
I think every year we struggle, we come out, and again we reach there to the higher top. And as this year we can see this compared to last year, yes, there is a little bit sentiment slow down. There is no doubt with that because of prices. But I wanted to make it very clear. Prices is not going to become down always. It will going to raise up, maybe 5 to 10% correction. As Suvankar ji told, always it will be there 5 to 10% correction. But the future always will be up. And I see the prices next year also going to be continue, maybe around 65 to 68. And I would request everyone, don't miss the opportunity. Grab this, buy the gold, make the assets.
Oh, yes. Dileep, what is your sense? What is Malabar's plan for the next 1 year now? And how are you looking at this price rise?
I totally agree with Mr. Chetan, and the people who have bought in last year the gold, that has it has appreciated almost 20 to 25% over the period of time, and then at this point of time we have still, the market is bullish and the market seems to be going up further with various global crises and with various incidents. That the price seems to be gaining up. So buying at dips and buying at occasions like this is definitely going to help them to create much benefit for the consumers.
So Suvankar, what is Senco's plan going forward for the next year?
So Manisha ji, first, before I get into the plans, to be more specific on what the people are buying, it is basically what you are wearing. You're wearing bangles and earrings, and I would say that these are the two products that is selling the most, I think, across the country. Okay. And as far as the plans go forward, I think that yes, for us, we will open a few stores. The mood will be of optimism, but with a little bit of cautiousness. But we will open stores because the prices are high. We will keep studying the budgets that the customer is willing to spend. Maybe create jewelry which is more within the budget. So if suppose 20% of the price rise has happened, we will see if we can reduce the weight by 10% and fit the products within the budget. And then I think for the industry overall, we are always looking at getting the new generation attracted to the product category. And we will keep focusing on creating new designs, trends, concepts, so that consumers will always feel the desire to buy jewelry, making them feel beautiful. And then, all these new products in terms of diamonds, products in terms of 18-karat jewelry. I think that as an industry, we need to get into those new products categories so that we are prepared for the future. Because at the end of the day, 10 years from now, I think we all believe that India is going to go through a very great growth story. And as an industry, we should be a part of the growth story.
All right, so that question on your screens on whether you should be buying gold on Akshaya Tritiya, it is yes from all our experts. And the history data also shows that with 20% gains in the past 1 year, this is correctly, absolutely the place to be. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for joining us. And you have, of course, big plans and a big weekend coming ahead as well, where I do understand that most of the jewelers are working on both of these days. Thank you, Chetan, Mr. Suvankar, Dileep, for joining us and with your sense on what Akshaya Tritiya really means for the industry. But moving ahead, we also understand that Tata's luxury jewelry jewellery brand Zoya has opened a boutique at the Taj Mahal Palace in Mumbai. For this, joining us now is Mr. C.K. Venkatraman, CEO, Titan Company. Mr. Venkatraman, hi. We were talking to the industry already on what lots that there is happening up. You're tying up with Taj. What does it mean for Titan on its luxury jewellery plans going forward?
Hi Manisha, the Zoya brand is the epitome of luxury when it comes to fine jewelry in every which way, starting with very deep design stories, the most exquisite of materials, fabulous attention to detail and craftsmanship to make stunning pieces that every woman would just love to possess, and a mark of a woman's journey in life, her own expression of her identity, a store experience that is not just second to none, but I'm sure beats world standards in luxury. So that is Zoya, about 13 years old in Titan Company, and just at the right time when the luxury market in India is going to really go places. And which better brand, which better company to partner with than the Taj Hotels, and which better property to start with than the Taj Mahal Colaba. So we are proud and excited to be part of this magnificent, iconic hotel here, and I'm sure it'll open doors for a wonderful partnership between Zoya and the Taj.
Mr. Venkatraman, also with this Taj tie-up, what is the footprint that Zoya now has and what are the plans going forward?
We have 7 stores of Zoya today, and we also have presence in Tanishq stores, which is called a Zoya Gallery, of which there are 7.
And what kind of growth metrics are you working with, let's say, for this year until 2025 or even 2030 if you have that kind of a roadmap ready?
It's actually till 2027 that we have a target in mind, which is to have reach 5x of our customer base by then.
You know, it's interesting on how India buys gold, the kind of growth and geographies as well. What's your view on that?
If you look at any report on India for the next decade, when India is going to move very, very fast towards becoming a developed nation, crossing the $5,000 per capita GDP, 5 trillion total GDP, the luxury market in such a situation will actually explode. And given the increasing confidence about themselves among Indians and their ability to stand on the world stage with a lot of pizzazz, you know, we expect Zoya with its combination of customer value propositions to actually do exceedingly well.
And when you talk luxury and when you talk gold and silver, it also is about the diamonds, natural and lab grown, where we have seen a lot of demand gain. Would you say there is, when you look at the growth metrics here, is solid gold still a best bet, or do you think the other precious metals and gems also are picking up?
Actually, diamond jewelry, that is natural fine diamond jewelry, has been in demand for a reasonably long time now. And as the country becomes more and more well-to-do, as more and more Indians become affluent, the demand for natural diamonds will continue to rise. Lab-grown is a very new category, very early in India yet, but I'm sure there is an opportunity for that as well. But these are very distinct and will remain like that for a long time.
All right. Gold it is, and with that comes a natural diamond. And we have seen absolutely a lot of, a strong support come in for that and strong buying as well when you look at the last 5 or 10 years. Mr. Venkatraman, thank you so much for joining us with your sense on what Titan's plans are going forward, especially with Zoya. But with that, it's a wrap. More news and updates on the other side. Thank you.